Okay, what if everything you thought you knew about karma was, well, completely different, like not a spiritual thing, but maybe more like a hard logistical fact? That's the mind-bending question we're tackling today. Welcome to the deep dive. We're looking at this fascinating white paper, The Logistics of Karma. It's by Decode Robertson, Gemini Robertson, and Kiluolsar Esgal Dingir Ugnamlu. Quite the team. And they define karma, get this, not as some moral metaphor, but as a, quote, universal, sovereign, mathematical ledger system. So our mission today is really to unpack this very precise, almost cold view of cause and effect. Yeah, get ready for some, I think, genuinely surprising ideas about how this system supposedly works. It's definitely not the common understanding. Okay, so let's dive right in. The absolute core idea, forget the usual spiritual stuff. What is karma according to this paper?
Well, it's actually astonishingly simple, but also, incredibly profound. Karma, they argue, is just a ledger. That's it. A kind of cosmic accounting system. And the paper insists it's totally unbiased, completely emotionless. It can't be tricked or bribed or talked around. Doesn't matter about your words, your faith, even your intentions. It just tracks causal input and output, period.
A ledger. Wow. It sounds so impersonal, almost mechanical. So wait, if it's only cause and effect, does that mean our intentions, good or bad, they just don't count at all in this system?
Precisely. Yeah, that's probably the biggest bombshell in the whole paper.
Yeah.
It states, and let me grab the exact words here, karma is rooted solely in what happens, not why it happened. So yeah, causality rules over psychology, your good heart, bad motives, totally discarded. Only the cold, hard outcomes are logged, the actual impact.
Uh-huh. That really turns things on their head, doesn't it? What about, justice? Or forgiveness? If my intent means nothing, what happens if I apologize? Or if the person I wronged forgives me, does that count?
Nope. The paper is really blunt about this. It says false forgiveness is irrelevant. The analogy they use is it's like throwing a rock at the Great Wall of China. It just doesn't make a dent. So social niceties, apologies, even someone genuinely saying, I forgive you, it carries zero weight in this system. The ledger just isn't concerned with human feelings. It's purely about balancing the cause and effect.
Okay, that leads to this other really interesting, almost unsettling point they make about accidents. If I accidentally step on your foot, am I still creating karmic debt, even if I immediately say sorry and, meant no harm?
Absolutely. Yeah. The paper doesn't mince words there either. If a man accidentally steps on another man's foot, he has still stepped on it. He has incurred karmic debt. It must be resolved. It highlights just how unfeeling this system is supposed to be. The actually happened. That's what gets logged. Intent. Irrelevant.
Wow. Okay. And this isn't just about me stepping on your foot, right? This scales up.
It does. Yeah. The paper talks about something called the Karmic Overlay Index, which basically means karma isn't just individual. It applies to whole groups, collectives, like nations, even species. And it operates across time, too. They detail these different cycles of karma.
Cycles? Like what?
Well, for instance, there's the collective return cycle.
Yeah.
That's where entire groups rack up debt for collective actions. And the consequences are systemic. Things like empires collapsing, maybe pandemics, or economic downturns linked to past group actions. Then there's the mirror cycle. That's where you encounter a person or situation that basically does to you exactly what you've done to others. Doesn't matter how long ago it was. The mirror reflects the action back.
Okay, so if this system is so absolute, so mathematical, how can debt be resolved? Is there any way to clear the ledger?
The white paper is very specific. Only 3 ways. That's it. Nothing else works. 1, resolved by direct repair to those harmed. You actually fix the damage you caused. 2, transmuted through conscious redirection of force or sacrifice, sort of actively putting energy towards balancing it out. And 3, endured by willingly experiencing the echo of what was caused, accepting the consequence.
Direct repair, transmutation, or endurance. That's it.
That's it. Nothing else erases the entries. It's ruthless in its simplicity, really. Karma isn't portrayed as a judge or a parent figure or a priest offering absolution. It just balances. Like the paper says, karma is cause and effect, not a courtroom of emotion. It's just unseen, unfeeling, absolute.
So wrapping this up, the core takeaway is pretty stark, isn't it? Karma, at least according to this white paper, isn't personal at all. It's just logistics. As they put it, the universe does not operate on opinion.
Right. And that leaves us, and you listening, with a really potent question to think about. If we accept this idea, this unfeeling, absolute law of the ledger, how do you react to their final statement? It says, a man may cry innocence, but if his hand struck, his hand owes. What does that really mean for personal responsibility, or even for collective actions like we discussed, especially when intent is completely off the table and only the impact counts?
Yeah, that's a heavy thought. It totally reframes responsibility, doesn't it? Something to definitely chew on. Thanks for exploring that with us today.